I'm Ryan from ExtremeTerrain.com, and this is my review of the Jeep Tops USA Tube soft top window and gear storage fitting all 1997 and up Wranglers. Today we're going to talk through the installation of this product, which isn't really an installation, it's more of a how to use, and it's a very simple product to use. I'm giving it a 1 out of 3 wrenches. We're also going to talk about the construction and a few of the other features of this product. This is for those of you who want to take your soft top windows with you when you go so that you can pop them back in the case of a pop-up rainstorm, but don't want to just throw those windows behind the back seat or on the floor where they're going to very easily get scratched up, making seeing through them very difficult. In the past, having a soft top window storage solution that you could bring in your Jeep with you wasn't an easy thing to find. A lot of them didn't protect the windows as well as you might like them to, or they were big and bulky, or just difficult to use. This is a very well-made product, as we've come to expect from Jeep Tops USA when it comes to the quality of the build and the quality of the materials. But also, I really like the design of this product. You always have the same persistent problem when you're talking about one of these window roll-up units. You always have to have a place where you can unroll it, lay all of the windows in place before you roll it up, and then can store it. But that's always going to be a problem. You can use the hood, you can use the area behind the back seat of your Jeep if you don't have the back seat in place or if it's folded and tumbled, but you always have to have that space available. But once you have your windows in this unit, they're going to be 100% protected. They're going to roll up in a really nice, neat, tight, compact package that you can store in a lot of different locations in your Jeep. And all of that combined with the fact that this is something you only have to buy once. This is incredibly well made of very high quality materials, and it's never going to wear out or break down on you, all make this a really nice product. As I said before, when it comes to Jeep Tops USA, you know you're going to get a very high build quality and a very high quality of materials, and of course this is no different. This is all very high grade nylon and vinyl materials. These are mil-spec buckles, everything is adjustable. The tube on the inside of this mechanism here is a PVC tube, so your windows aren't going to crush, they're not going to bend no matter how you store them or where you put them in the Jeep. On the end here, this has a wing nut sealable end on it, so when you take your tailgate bar off the rear window to make it easier to roll up in this, you have a spot to store that, or if you're not storing that, you can put ropes, you can put other gear inside of there, and that's why they also call this a gear storage bag, because there is a little bit of storage in there. And the cap that goes on the end of this is completely watertight as well, so you're not gonna have to worry about moisture getting in there or any mildew. One thing that I really do like about this, as I mentioned before, is on the inside, this has a rubberized scrim type material that goes in between each of your windows. So it's going to keep everything from scratching, even if you do have a little bit of dirt on your windows. So when you open this up, you do have a few different layers of this rubberized material that are going to go between your windows and make sure that everything stays scratch-free and stays nice and clear. Then when you do roll everything up and close it, again, you have your mil-spec buckles that are adjustable so you can pull everything tight, and you have handles here that are, again, just very, very well made. Everything is stitched every few inches. These are 2 inches wide. Everything is really, really solid and make this a really nice storage solution product. So in order to use this window storage, again, the only real problem that you have with it, and that's not just with this one, that's with any one of these window storage solutions that rolls up like this, is you do need an area that you can unroll it first to put the windows in or out of the unit. You can unroll this on your hood, or if you have your rear seats in your 4-door folded and tumbled away, you can unroll this back there. But once you have this unrolled, you'll simply take the tailgate bar out of your rear window, lay that down first, put a layer of that rubberized scrim material unfolded over top of that rear window, lay your 2 side windows in place, making sure that the hard plastic is up toward the PVC. That's going to make sure that you can roll this up nice and tight and you're not going to bend or distort the window. Then you'll fold down more of that rubberized material over top of it, again, making sure that you're fully protecting your windows. And then you start rolling at the PVC side, roll all the way down Attach your mil-spec buckles that you can go ahead and tighten up. Make sure you pull everything nice and tight. Remove the wing nut on the stopper. Slide your tailgate bar inside the PVC, put the stopper back on it, and then you have a very easy to carry window storage solution where your windows are nice and tightly packed away. And again, most importantly, they're not going to get scratched. There are a lot of different locations you can store this in your Jeep. This can go behind the back seat in your 2-door or your 4-door. This can go in front of the back seats. This can really go anywhere you find a spot for it, but the width of this bar is designed very particularly so that it will fit in a lot of different locations, because this is all about being able to take your windows with you in a way that isn't going to scratch them. Of course, you can leave them in your garage where they're not going to get damaged, but then when that rainstorm pops up, you don't have them. So this is all about taking your windows with you, keeping them scratch-free and keeping them easily accessible. So to get your windows put away in this, it might take you a couple of minutes the first time. You're gonna get faster as you start to use it and really get comfortable with it, but it's not going to be more than a 5-minute process to get them in and to get them back out of here. And of course, no tools on the end here. This does have a wing nut to take that cap off, making everything really easy. As with all things Jeep Tops USA, you're getting the high quality materials, you're getting the high build quality, you're getting something that you're only going to have to purchase one time, but you are going to spend more money for it when you do purchase it that one time. Again, there are other window storage solutions out there. There are ones that I don't think do as nice of a job of protecting your windows, and there are ones that once you get the windows in that storage solution, they're not going to be as easy to store inside of the Jeep. However, they're going to be less expensive. They might not hold up as well, and they have those other drawbacks that we mentioned, but they are going to save you some money. So if you don't have the budget for this, there are other options out there. However, if you are the person who likes to get what you pay for, who only wants to buy something once, and is willing to spend a little bit more for quality, that's where Jeep Tops USA comes into play. That's where this product comes in, because this is very well made, is very well thought out, and again, it's something you're only gonna have to buy once. So if you have a soft top on your Jeep and you want to be able to bring your soft top windows with you when you have the top down, so when it gets cold, when the sun goes down, or when there's that pop-up rain showers, you have the windows, but you don't want to just throw them in the back of your Jeep where they're going to get scratched up and eventually be hard to see through, this is going to be a good solution for you. This is incredibly well built, it's very well thought out, and even though it is a little bit more expensive than some of the other solutions, in my opinion, it's worth the additional cost. So that's my review of the Soft Tops USA Tube Soft Top Window and Gear Storage fitting all 1997 and up Wranglers that you can find right here at ExtremeTerrain.com.